There's a silence that falls over you when you realize you're walking alone. Not by choice. Not because you wanted it, but because life pushed you there. People you trusted turned their backs. People you loved walked away. The noise fades, the world feels colder, and you're left with nothing but your heartbeat and your breath to keep you company. But listen to that beat. Feel that breath. You're still here, and that means something. Being alone doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've been tested. It means you've been put through fires other people couldn't even survive in their imagination. And yet, here you are, standing, breathing, hurting, healing. That's not weakness. That's a quiet kind of power most people will never understand. The world often tells us that if we're alone, something's wrong. That if we're not surrounded by people, followers, lovers, admirers, then we must be flawed. But that's a lie. Real growth happens in solitude. Real healing begins in silence. And real strength is built when there's no one left to lean on but yourself. You weren't meant to break. You were meant to bend, to stretch, to stumble, to fall, and then to rise, stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you've ever been. Pain is not your identity, it's your sculptor. Loneliness isn't your weakness, it's your training ground. They say loneliness kills, but it's not the loneliness that destroys. It's the belief that we're supposed to avoid it at all costs, that we must fear it. But you are different. You walk into that silence and own it. You stand in the middle of your heartbreak and use it as your canvas. You are the artist of your own resurrection. Yes, people left you. Yes, you've been betrayed. Yes, you've cried yourself to sleep with a heart so heavy it felt like it might crush your chest. But you woke up. You faced another day. And that means you are undefeated. You are not broken. You are battle-tested. You are not weak. You are weathered. You are not finished. You are becoming. Let the world misjudge you. Let them misunderstand your silence. Let them talk while you work in the shadows. Because while they chase noise, you are building power in quiet. While they seek validation, you are building self-respect. Alone is not a curse. Alone is clarity. Alone is where you discover who you are without the noise of who you're supposed to be. It's where your true voice starts to whisper, then speak, then roar. Remember this, every hero's story has a chapter where they walk, alone. Every warrior has scars no one else can see. Every great rise begins in the ruins of something that collapsed. You don't need anyone's permission to rebuild. You don't need anyone's hand to lift yourself off the floor. You are enough. You always were. You just forgot, because the world kept screaming that you needed more to be valuable. More attention, more friends, more validation. But the truth is, your value was never dependent on anything outside of you. The people who left didn't define you. The heartbreak didn't diminish you. The silence didn't erase you. It awakened you. Being alone gave you the space to rebuild the foundation of who you are. Stronger, firmer, untouchable. The pain you carry is real, but so is the power you've built because of it. That ache in your chest, it's proof that you loved deeply, that you cared when others didn't, that you were real in a world that rewards the fake. And that's something to be proud of. Don't hide your scars. Don't bury your tears. Let them remind you of what you've survived. Let them fuel you. You are not just a survivor. You are a creator, a builder, a force. People may have walked out. Life may have knocked you down, but you are still here, still standing, still choosing to rise. That is the definition of strength. Alone does not mean forgotten. Alone does not mean unloved. Alone means unchained, free, ready. You've been underestimated because you've been quiet, because you've been healing, because you've been rebuilding from the inside out. But your comeback will silence every doubt. Your rise will make the pain worth it. Don't beg for anyone to stay. Don't chase people who didn't see your worth. Let them go. If they couldn't see the gold in you, they were never meant to walk with you through your storm. The people who are meant to be in your life will find you when you're no longer begging to be seen, when you're no longer breaking yourself into pieces just to be accepted, be whole, even if you're alone, especially if you're alone, because when you're whole, no one can break you again. This isn't the end of your story. It's the plot twist. The moment everything changes. The moment you realize you never needed them to become great. You just needed the space to realize your own strength. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. Not everyone gets that chance. Not everyone has the courage to face themselves in the dark. But you do. You did. And you're still doing it. You may have been forgotten by others, but never forget yourself. Hold your own hand. Wipe your own tears. Speak your own truth. There is no shame in standing alone. There is honor in it. There is growth in it. There is freedom in it. You are not alone because you are unworthy. You are alone because you are evolving. Because your spirit is too powerful to be caged. Because your soul is too rare to be understood by the ordinary. Let them misunderstand you. Let them leave. Let them doubt. Because none of it matters when you finally realize you were never broken. You were being shaped. Everything that tried to destroy you only sharpened you. Every moment of silence taught you to listen to your own voice. Every betrayal pushed you closer to self-respect. Every lonely night made your fire burn hotter. You are not defined by who walked away. You are defined by who you became in their absence. You rose. You grew. You became unstoppable. Let the loneliness remind you that you are enough. Let the silence teach you to hear your soul. Let the heartbreak remind you that you have a heart strong, enough to break and still beat. Alone but not broken. Broken would mean you gave up. Broken would mean you stopped trying. Broken would mean the darkness won. But look at you. You're still trying, still fighting, still moving, still hoping, still dreaming. That's not broken. That's unbreakable. So wear your solitude like armor. Use your silence as strategy. Turn your pain into power and walk forward, not with fear, but with fire. You were born for this. Born to rise alone. Born to walk through the fire and come out forged in strength. Born to be more than anyone ever expected. Born to prove that solitude is not the end of the road. It's the beginning of your empire. You don't need a crowd to be powerful. You don't need applause to be valid. You don't need approval to be worthy. You don't need anyone to stand by you, as long as you refuse to stay down. You are a storm in silence. A warrior in the shadows, a light in the darkness. You are not alone. You are becoming. And soon, the world will see the fire they tried to extinguish burn brighter than ever. Keep going. Keep rising. Keep healing. Keep building. You are not broken. You are the proof that even in isolation, even in abandonment, even in the deepest pain, there is strength, there is power, there is rebirth. You are alone, but you are not broken. You are the beginning of something unstoppable.